River for with two. My friend Herbert has always been fast, but it got so bad recently that he decided to go on a diet. He began his diet a week ago. First of all, he wrote out a long list of all the foods which were forbidden. His list included most of the things Herbert loved: butter, potato, rice, beer, milk, chocolate, and sweets. Yesterday I paid him a visit. I rang the bell and was not surprised to see that Herbert was still as fast as ever. He led me into his room and hurriedly hid a large packet under his desk. It was obvious that he was very impatient. When I asked him what he was doing, he smelled guilty and then pushed the palette on the desk. He explained that his diet was so strict that he had to record himself occasionally. Then he showed me the content of the parcel. It contained 5 large bars of chocolate and 3 bars of sweets, a petty carpet. We had just moved into a new home and I have been working hard all morning. I have been trying to get my new room in order. This has not been easy before. I own over 1,000 books. Too much matter, Walshy. The room is rather small. So I have temporarily pushed my book on the floor. At the moment, they cover every inch of floor pie, and I actually have to work on them to get in or out of the room. A short while ago, my sister helped me to carry one of my old books up the stairs. We went into my room and got a bit surprised when she saw a top book on the floor. This is the pettiest couple I have ever seen. She sat cigarettes as in for some time, then added, "You don't need books at all. You can sit here in your spare time and read the carpet." Hot snacks. At last, 5 men had put out a burst forest fire in California. Since then, they have been trying to find out how the fire began. Forest fires are often called by broken glass or by seriously and with people carelessly thrown away. Yesterday, the first man examined to roll carefully, but were not able to find my broken glass. They were also quite sure that Gigaretti and did not start the fire. This morning, however, I find men accidentally discovered the coal. He noticed the remains of nuts which were rather electric wire of sitting for a line. In this way, he was able to solve the mystery. The illusion was swim, but very unsure. A bus had snatched up the nut from the ground as when dropped it onto the right. The nut then rolled instead to the right. Then it did so. It sent back down to the road and the immediately start a fire. Sicky in Rome. After breakfast, I sent the children to school and then I went to market. It was still early when I returned home. The children were at school. My husband was at work and he home were quiet, so I decided to make some for tea. In a short time, I was busy mixing butter and flour, and my hand was soon covered with sticky patchy. At exactly that moment, the telephone rang. Nothing could have been more annoying. I picked up the receiver, began to sticky fires and grew dismayed when I recognized the voice of Mrs. Bass. It took me 10 minutes to persuade her to write back later. At last, I hurried up the receiver. Once I met, there were parties on the fire, on the telephone, and on the door knocks. I had no got back to the chicken. Then the doorbell rang loud enough to make I did. This time it was the postman, and he wanted me to send for a return it later. Not a god mind. Dream of finding Lord Treasure most came true recently. A new machine called the Revealer has been invented, and it has been used to detect ghosts which had been buried in the town ground. The machine was used in a car near the seashore where it is said pirates used to hide ghosts. The pirates will often bury ghosts in the car and then find to collect it. With the new machine, a third party went into the car hoping to find buried treasure. The leader of the party will examine the soil near the entrance to the car. When the machine showed that were gone underground. Every time the party does a how to fit it, they finally found a small ghost convict were a must for the party when churches the world can thoroughly but did not find anything except an empty tin church inside. In spite of this, many people are confident that the river might reveal something of Bible Valley Sun. Faster than sound. One a year right, it had all four outcasts. A lot of cars entered for this train last year, and there were ready of excitement just before began. One of the most handsome cars were a Rolls Silver Gold. The most usually car were a band which had only 3 wheels, built in 1885. It was the oldest car taking part after a guess many polls. A poison the race began. Many of the car broken down. One the cold and some the right spent more time under their cadence in them. A new car, however, completed the ride. The winning car reaches a snip of 40 miles an hour, more faster than any of its rivals, except downhill at the end of the race, and its driver has a lot of trouble trying to stop it. The right entry, one of right deal of pleasure. It was very different from modern car race, but no less exciting. Can I help you, madam? A woman in blue jeans stood at the window of an expensive shop. Told she had seen for a moment. She finally went in and asked to see a dress that was in the window. The assistant who served her did not like the way she was dressed. Last seen as her scornfully, he asked her that the dress was soon. The woman walked out of the shop angrily and decided to poison the assistant next day. She returned to the shop the following morning, dressed in a fur coat, with a handbag in one hand and a long umbrella in the other. After seeking out the rude assistant, she asked for the same dress, not realizing who she was. The assistant encouraged to save her this time, with great difficulty. He climbed back into the shop window to get the deed. the breast. As soon as the saw it, the woman said she did not like it. She enjoyed herself making the assistant bring almost everything in the window before finally buying the rest she had first asked for. A blessing in disguise. The teeny villa of Filey inside to process cottage tree because the tree were maintained in a newspaper. The number of visits to Friday has now increased. The tree were planted near a church 50 years ago, but it is only in recent years that it has died and very reputation. It is said that if anyone touches the tree, he will have better luck. If he picks a left, he will die. Many villagers believe that the tree has already collapsed a number of victims. The vicars have been asked to have the tree cut down, but so far he has refused. He has pointed out that the tree is a useful source of income as tourists have been coming from all parts of the country to see it. In spite of all that has been said, the tourists have been picking leaves and cutting their name on the tree tops. So far, not one of them has been shot down by sudden death. In or out. Although Red used to sit outside our fortress and bark everything he wanted to come into the garden. He worked well until someone opened the gate at the able complaint of the noise. My husband spent weeks training him to press his paw on the latch to let himself in. Preston became an expert at opening the rest. However, when I was going out shopping last week, I noticed him in the garden near the rail. His time the world back into that someone who let him out. Since then, he had developed an other bad habit. As soon as he opened the rest from the outside, he come into the garden and quiet until the red shut. Then he sits and parts until someone lets him out. After this, the immediately left himself in and begin barking again. Yesterday, my husband removed the rail and Fred got so annoyed we have not sent him since. The future. As a visual for I decided to visit a fortune later. Taylor called Madame Lewinsky. I went into her tent and she told me to sit down. After I had given her some money, she looked into a side band and said, I relation of your in coming to see you. She will be arriving this evening and intend to stay for a few days. The moment you leave this tent, you will get a bit surprised. A woman you know well will rush towards you. She will speak to you and then she will lead you away from this palace. That is all. As soon as I went outside, I forget all about Madame Belinsky before my wife hurried toward me. Where have you been hiding? She asked in Thai. Your sister will be here in less than an hour and we must be at the station to meet here. We are like really already. As she walked away, I followed her out of the fire.